The following is a presentation of The Day.
There's nothing better than a full crowd at the X. And tonight, for one team, a ticket to the Mohegan Sun, and for the other, the end of a long season. It's a semifinal matchup between the St. Bernard Saints and the Daniel Hand Tigers, and it's all live on Game Day. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, we provide solutions to all your dental needs. Your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing you the personalized, gentle care you deserve. Visit us today at waterforddentalhealth.com. Casey O'Neill, along with the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien. And sports doctor, we got a great matchup today. St. Bernard's off of an epic victory over Bassick the other night. Daniel Hand trying to win the de facto ECC championship by beating 3 consecutive ECC teams, East Lyme, New London. What do you got?
I tell you what, we got a really, really good basketball game tonight. Both teams 17-3 on the regular season. One team coming off of a real high energy overtime win at home, new life. Mark Jones and his squad found a way to win in overtime, and you've got a really, really good disciplined Shoreline basketball team in Daniel Hand. They are 2 steps above the East Lyme Vikings, but very, very similar styles.
Well, when you talk about Daniel Hand, here's a team that lost 4 games total, 3 in the regular season. 2 of those were to Notre Dame, who many believe is the best team in the state. 1 to Wilbur-Cross,
and 1 to Fairfield Prep,
who's won 20 games.
Sure.
So there's not a bad loss on the schedule. Between the 2 of them, they've played a lot of good teams. The difference is Hand overall schedule has the 3 straight ECC teams. Can they knock off the best of the 3, the St. Bernard Saints?
Well, the one thing I want to keep an eye on for St. Bernard's, Casey, and the answer to that question is they can, but I want to see what kind of energy St. Bernard's has left in the tank. That was obviously a physical win and an emotional roller coaster ride. What kind of energy does this team have in the first 4 minutes of the game? Because 3 weeks ago in the ECC tournament, they came out flat. If they come out flat from the start tonight, Hand will jump on them.
Yeah, their energy level much better against Bassick because it was necessary. What do they have tonight? We're going to find out. Let's send it over to the PA announcer and the voice of Waterford High School, Mr. Andy Walker.
A chance to play for the Connecticut state title at the Mohegan Sun Arena this upcoming weekend. A few reminders before we begin tonight's contest. Please make sure your vehicle is not parked curbside along any road inside the Waterford High School complex, or you will be at risk of being ticketed or towed. Restrooms are located across the hallway from the entrance to the field house. And please take note of emergency exits which are located at each corner of the field house. The CIAC has made a commitment to pro sportsmanship in all athletic contests. Please show respect for all players, coaches, game officials, and spectators. Anyone violating our standards of sportsmanship will be warned once. Continued violations may lead to removal from the contest. Cheer for your team and not against your opponent. And as important today as ever, please respect the game. And now for this evening's starting lineups for the CIAC Division III semifinal contest. The number 3 seeded Daniel Hand Tigers entered tonight's game with an overall record of 19 wins, 3 losses, led by head coach Jimmy Economopoulos and assisted by Joe Lasco, Chris Granuka, and Mike Sweeney. Let's meet the visiting Tigers. At guard, a freshman wearing number 2, Chase Jeremiah. At guard, a senior wearing number 13, Daniel Hilmer. At guard, a junior wearing number 30, Hudson Jeremiah. At guard, a senior wearing number 22, Trey Adams. And at forward, a senior wearing number 21, Tyler Farr. The Daniel Hand Tigers. The number 2 seeded St. Bernard Saints enters tonight's contest with an overall record of 19 wins, 3 losses, led by head coach Mark Jones, assisted by Lamar Michael, Frankie Lee, and Shem Adams. Oh, let's meet the Saints starting five. At guard, a freshman wearing number 3, Devin Williams. At guard, a junior wearing number 1, Cedric Samillion. At guard, a freshman wearing number 4, Amir Gray. At forward, a freshman wearing number 24, Amari Marshall. And at guard, a junior wearing number 12, Tyson Wheeler. The St. Bernard Saints. Officials for tonight's game are Mr. Josh Johnson, Mr. Joe Salafia, and Mr. Tony Tchaikovsky. Official score for the game is Mrs. Megan Woods, and working the clock is Mr. Tim Leinberg. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the American flag as we pay honor to America, our military men and women currently serving at home and overseas to protect us, and our military veterans, past and present, with the playing of our national anthem.
So your starting lineup, Sports Doctor, you got the brothers Jeremiah, Hilmer, Adams, and a little something about Tyler Favre. His head coach said he deserved to be Player of the Year in that conference.
Yeah, very, very good big man. And then he refrained it by saying outstanding big man. Big-time player.
I spoke with some people who have seen Hand a few times and St. Bernard's a few times and said that the Favre kid has some of the best hands and post moves around the basket.
Right.
And Amari Marshall, who's a shot blocker but only a freshman, is going to have to do a better job of staying on his feet, staying on the ground and not leaving his feet.
Yeah, and I texted Jeff Bernardi today. And I said, does St. Bernard's have a chance to win tonight? And he sent me back 73 pages, so I'm still reading those. Thank you, Coach.
Did you get an answer in there?
Well, somewhere along the line, but Hand is a very, very good basketball team. You talked about their 4 losses, coming to class act opponents throughout the state. And this will be a big game right here tonight. It's March, isn't it? It feels like it in this building.
That's right. It's time for the madness.
Yeah.
Marshall jumps it up with Favre. Favre wins the tip into the hands of a freshman point guard. So freshman point guards on both semifinal teams tonight. That's Chase Jeremiah.
Straight man-to-man by the Saints. And again, look for the energy level from St. Bernard's in the first 3 or 4 minutes of this game.
Adams inbounds, dump down. There's Favre. Good defense by Marshall. Favre had a decent look underneath, but Marshall, that was good, steady defense.
I would tend to think the refs are going to let these guys play a little bit tonight, too. And I hope that's the case after the other night.
First look from the wing, three-pointer in and out. Marshall with a tip, no good. Tapped around, and rebound comes down to Hudson Jeremiah. But good first look. And we know Devin Williams with the arm injury from the other night. Pressure on the basketball by the Saints. Here comes a cutting Jeremiah. You can see that motion reminds us a lot of East Lyme, right?
Yep. Backdoor cuts, motion, swing from the top of the circle, drive and kick.
And nothing but the bottom of the cup for Daniel Hilmer, knocking down a wide open triple.
Yeah, moving the offense, move the basketball. The drive to the cup, nothing there. Send it out.
Wheeler hard off the side, a little deep for him. Hand with the rebound, they'll come the other way. Favre wants Marshall away from the basket. Picks up the dribble. Screen. Jeremiah to the basket, hangs, and that's a nice move from a freshman.
Yeah, Jeremiah took the contact, too, from Marshall with the body and the finish at the rim. But again, it's all disciplined basketball, high ball screen, come curl, and take it to the 10.
Gray picks up the dribble, kicks. Semillian, baseline, floater, and the scintillating eccentric Semillian gets on the basket.
And pressure here by the Saints.
Gray almost got Jeremiah. They got him trapped, but nice job.
Gray's a problem on the defensive end. You saw him figure things out the other night.
There's a move and a dunk, throwing it down is Favre, and he wants the student section to get up.
Favre doing a little two-stepping. 1-2-step stunk.
And good ball pressure by Daniel Hand. Nice look underneath from Wheeler to Williams. Good eyes by Tyson Wheeler and a nice cut from Devin Williams. There's a cutting Jeremiah, the left hand. This kid's talented, the young Jeremiah.
Yeah. Moves well without the basketball too, Casey. Makes himself available. The catch, the delivery with the left.
Wheeler crosses over. And back on top, Semillian. Gets a screen, kicks. Good ball movement. Semillian with an open three, no good. Rebound Hand. There goes Jeremiah. Contact, no call. Up ahead, Gray, 2-on-1. Kick out. Semillian drives to the basket. Now Gray with an open three. Got it! Amir Gray for the three.
And I like the fact that St. Bernard's didn't settle for the first look. They made the extra pass. They found Gray in the perimeter, drilled it.
Favre loses it. Wheeler up ahead now. Saints, little pressure defense, gets a turnover. Gray drives, kicks out. Wheeler pump fakes. Back to Gray. Another open look three. Back iron. A little strong. That would have brought the house down for the Saints side.
Good pace. Opening 4 minutes. Good ball game.
Semillian trying to pick the pocket. Now Williams, and we're going to get a foul away from the basket as he was going for the loose ball. Bumped into Jeremiah.
You know, we saw it the other night, too, against Bassick. Whether it's Gray, whether it's Williams, whether it's Semillian, they got to figure out that crossover dribble. If there's too much dribbling on the outside, you got to get your pocket picked. Quick hands by the St. Bernard's guards.
I have a little tidbit for you after this possession, Sports Talk. Jeremiah, that's Hudson Jeremiah, the junior. Now Chase Jeremiah, the freshman. Gray reaches in on him, harasses, tipped. And the Saints turning up the energy. And we're going to get it out of bounds. It'll be a turnover, and the Hand fans don't like that at all.
Coach looking for a call. He might be right.
All right, true or false? St. Bernard's beat Stonington this year.
Yes.
True or false? They beat Bassick.
True.
That's Lions and Tigers and Bears if they can win tonight. They win against the Tigers tonight, they will have beaten Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh, my. Semillian will get called for the travel as he tried to get to the baseline. So if they win tonight, the yellow brick road that leads to the Mohegan Sun, paved with Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Oh,
Mike, tomorrow you may use that as the lead to tomorrow's column. But they got to win the game. They're down 2 here to a very good Daniel Hand team. And the Saints have been trying to turn up the defensive pressure. Crowd filtering in. The Daniel Hand student section starting to file in as well.
St. Bernard's, Casey, playing very physical on the defensive end. It seems to kind of rattle the cage of hand and really going.
Jeremiah goes left on Semillian, and we're going to get a foul on Semillian. And here's clearly Coach Economopoulos put a bug in the ear of the officials and said, "Hey, let them play, but you can't let them get too physical, because that's back-to-back fouls on the perimeter." Adams will inbound. Kick to Jeremiah. Quick trigger three is going to be off the side, and Williams will pull the rebound down. Good job, the Saints student section as well. Wheeler with an open three. Good! Tyson Wheeler gives the Saints a 1-point lead.
Yeah, and how important is that for Tyson to hit a three-pointer and get himself rolling, get himself cooking? He's a streak shooter. He knocked down 4 in a row the other night after missing his first shot. So important for Tyson to drain the first one.
And I'm going to tell you something about the St. Bernard Saints. The other night against Bassick, in the first 2 minutes of the game, I thought they were going to get run out of the gym. And then they turned it up. First 30 seconds of this game, I thought they were in some significant trouble, because on the defensive end, they were giving up wide open looks, getting beat off the dribble.
Yeah.
And since then, Coach Jones got in them and said, "Get out there and defend."
Hey, you talk about a shooter shoots, catch and shoot for Tyson. You know, he missed his first three-pointer the other night, made 4 straight. So important for him to get on a roll, and that's all he needs to knock down that first one.
You know, it's tough for Tyson, because he's trying to still find his identity as a player, because he was, such a highly touted freshman.
Yeah.
Now as a junior, with these new freshmen coming in, he's at his best when he's doing that.
Yeah.
And he's starting to find that role for himself. He doesn't need to be the star. He needs to be a leader and knock down open shots.
He doesn't need to handle the ball that much either.
Spot-up shooter, and he's really good at it. And pesky defense, which he also plays. Up top, Jeremiah. And we're going to get a call away from the basket on a reach. That's going to go against Amir Gray. That'll be his first.
Has a little nickel dimer on the outside. That's a play on.
All three of the fouls have been out there, Sports Doctor, so they're turning it up a little bit now. That's 3 fouls against St. Bernard's and none for Daniel Hand.
Talking to Semillian and Jeremiah down below.
Morgan Veth checks into the ball game, and Kyle Hoffman as well. They'll give Adams a breather and Hilmer a breather. Chase Jeremiah picks the dribble up to his brother Hudson. I like this matchup with Williams. You notice they immediately put Williams on Jeremiah. Maybe their best on-ball defender. Nice post moves, nothing there. Got to stay with him, though. You can't let Favre go.
Semillian gave up on that play. It was a good job by Tyson. Casey, Tyson Wheeler, weak side help, and then Semillian gave up on it. Stay on his body, young man.
You know Favre's going to give you all kinds of post moves. Wheeler, pump fake and drive. Wheeler, another 3 from the corner. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Tyson.
We talk about with him, streak shooter, right? Make one, let it rip.
Jeremiah, it's a little bit more out of control than he needed to be. He had a good look. Wheeler kicks into the corner. Williams for 3. Back iron, a little strong. Jeremiah likes his matchup with Wheeler, picks the dribble up. Favre away from the basket with Marshall. Jeremiah drives baseline. Blocked by Marshall. Gray to a cutting Williams. Reverse layup is good.
What a good look that time by Williams. And with the trees. The conviction to the rim.
Cutting to the basket. That's a nice play. The Saints doing a little Daniel Hand action that time with a backdoor cut. Dump down. Favre. Nice weak side help from Wheeler, but Favre so good with the post moves and the soft hands.
Gotta stay on the body with him. Marshall can't lose track of him because his great footwork. If you're gonna find the rim, you gotta stay with him.
Saints pull it out with 6 seconds left. Now looks like they're gonna want the last shot, 2-point lead or more heading into the end of the quarter. Gray, pump fake, drives, hangs, and he's gonna draw the foul on Jeremiah. You said it the other night, he is so good with recognition.
Yeah, he can make a decision while he's in the air. Either dish it out on the drive, Casey, and in midair, or finish at the rim. And that time, the passing lane was taken, decided to finish at the rim.
Now, Gray's at the line shooting two, and this was if there was an Achilles heel the other night for the Saints, it was their work at the line.
Terrible.
They need guys like Gray to be money from the line, because that's who's going to be shooting him late in the game as well.
On cue.
Jacob Ratchler will check into the ball game, and he'll give Hudson Jeremiah a rest. Saints, 17 seconds left. Hand will have a chance at the last possession of the half if they want it. Second one is true. Now Gray, a little pressure. Picked up the dribble, kick out. Jeremiah. Under 10 seconds, now to 5.
Yeah, great defense by the Saints too, huh?
Favre, pump fake, kick out corner, 3 at the buzzer. Back iron, no good. We're at the end of 1, and the Saints have a 4-point lead. Come on back for second quarter action. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
All that's good begins with a smile, and your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing the personalized, gentle care you deserve. Commitment to our patients includes information that leads to more informed decisions about their oral health needs. We hope you'll find this website both useful and interesting. Contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com. The Day is committed to giving our readers the best in sports coverage. Our staff dedicates itself to the in-depth stories, photos, columns, and video content our readers know and trust. Subscribe today to receive full access to all our coverage. theday.com/subscribe.
Well, Casey, you've heard of the country two-step, have you? How about one step, 2 steps? Send it in, big fella.
That's a good
That's
explosive
a great
move.
Yes.
We've seen so many kids with the Euro step. He did exactly what he needed. Catch, jump, straight up. And I like the savvy he is giving Marshall all he can handle down there, because as soon as he gets you on whatever hit, he can go right, he can go left, get you on whatever hip, go.
You've got to remain body contact with him here, the defenders. His footwork is that good. You cannot lose him with your body as a defender. So, look green over there for St. Patty's Day, too, huh?
Hey, they be looking for the pot of gold.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow's sports talk.
Yes, it is.
O'Brien and O'Neill telling you tomorrow's a holiday.
Yes, it be.
Odin Malls into the ball game, making the Saints a little bigger. Wheeler to Williams on the baseline now. Kick out Gray. Spot up 10-footer, knocks it down.
Yeah, I like that. Again, the extra pass from Williams gets swallowed up a little bit. And Gray, taking it in and hitting that little 8-footer, that's a lost shot. That's a lost art shot in basketball right now, in the paint.
Strong rebound. Marshall off the missed 3. Up 6 with the ball. Saints in good spot right now. Gray drives, finds a cutting Marshall, rejected by Favre. Other direction, Favre, spot up shot, no good. Marshall pulls down the rebound. That's back-to-back misses.
Give it up. Give it up.
Marshall to Williams, back to Marshall, and now they'll set up.
Find the guard. Get things organized out there.
Williams, open look 3, got that blocked by Jeremiah. Into the hands of Favre, and Daniel Hand try to cut into the 6-point deficit.
Yeah, Maul's got a little size out there. He can give Favre some trouble.
High post to Favre, harassed by Malls. Spin, Maul stays on his feet, but a nice cut and a rebound underneath. Weak side to Veth, put back no good, and Marshall. Rebound. Good looks there underneath by Hand.
And I like the defense by Malls, too. He's up for the challenge.
Well, Malls at 6'5" is long, presents a difference. They're going to let him get some fouls, too. Not a problem. Wheeler goes to the floor and has to dump it out, so it'll be a turnover. Hand comes in the other direction, and Jeremiah pushes. Stutter step, pump fake, fall away, and he draws the foul.
Little 15-4 run here by the Saints, Casey. You have them up by 6. And a lot of it is work on the defensive end.
Foul on
stops,
Malls.
Getting stops.
They're going to let Malls get his fouls, right?
Oh, yeah. That's why he's there.
Every minute he can give you on Favre is a minute Marshall doesn't have to, right? Keep a minute. By the way, we've been talking about the ECC freshmen, right? They're all over the place, all these talented ECC freshmen, Warren and Phillips and the 3 here at St. Bernard's. Chase Jeremiah, a 6'2" freshman point guard.
Not too bad.
That kid's going to be able to play. Keep that name in your head for a while. Amir Gray. Now Williams drives, hangs, floats, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Good strong move from Devin Williams, and he'll get to the line.
You know, you talk about the three-point shooting by St. Bernard's, Casey on the wings, you know, with Wheeler and Williams and Gray, but, you know, the ability for a couple of these kids, especially the freshmen, to put their head down and go to the rim and challenge, the big fellas at the rim is intangibles.
Williams, who we saw struggle at the free throw line off of the injury to the forearm, got a friendly roll that time, but you can see the touch isn't quite there. He's not 100%, and he calmly knocks them both down. He says, "Take that."
A little better look tonight for the line for the Saints.
Around the perimeter, hand working, looking for that baseline floater. Cross court it goes. Good shut off defense. Jeremiah pulls up for 3. That's going to be wide. And Marshall with another rebound. Marshall puts it, hangs. Oh, strong move from the freshman with the left hand.
Is that a good move or what?
And a timeout, Daniel Hand. As the Saints are off and running, they got an 8-point lead, and they're getting to the basket. So Coach Economopoulos, he wants to talk it over.
Talk things over, whether it's Williams, whether it's Gray, or whether it's big man Amari Marshall to the rim. He couldn't buy one the other night, Casey, and that time you saw him just, boom, head down and go.
His first shot tonight got blocked by Favre on a ball when he was up at the rim. That time you can see he was determined to get to the rim, and he really finished.
Yeah, this is a confident move by Marshall. Like you said, high above the rim, the little finger roll, little 8-0 run. Out of town scoreboard. Windsor locks up 47-46 over Wyndham. 2:18 left to go in the game. And then Kennedy, 12-5 over Colby in the other semifinal. The winner will play the winner of that game. This game will play the winner of that game.
You know, if Hand wins this game, they will have beaten 3 ECC schools to get to the final. If St. Bernard's wins this game, to go through Bassick and Hand to face a Kennedy or Colby means they will have faced 3 of the most prestigious programs in all of Connecticut to get to and play in the final. So, a little different path. 3 ECC teams versus like the iconic programs of Connecticut. Jeremiah.
St. Bernard's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Pressure on the ball, dump down to Favre. Pump fake and spin. Still spins. That was a much better job by Malls. Kept his footwork that time. Held on to it.
Malls never lost track of Favre's body. Played great defense there.
And he didn't go up until Favre went up. Favre has a lot of subtle, they're not necessarily pump fakes, but a lot of subtle up fakes like he's going to go up.
Right.
And then that time, Malls stayed with him.
And he's banging him a little bit, too. And I think that's what Mark Jones wants. Be physical with him. He got 5 fouls, right?
All 5.
Use them.
Use them all. Yeah, Mark Jones passionate. Dump down. Jeremiah is going to draw the foul on Malls, and he'll go shoot 2.
Late whistle there, too.
That'll be the second foul on Malls, and Hudson Jeremiah will shoot a pair.
Fouls number 30, Odin Malls, his second, team's 5th.
I think they like keeping Malls in as long as they can, though, and let him defend Favre.
Yeah.
It gets Marshall, keep him out of foul trouble, keeps him on the floor, and doesn't have him work as hard on the defensive end. 2 misses, but a tip back and back into the hands of Jeremiah. So another set for Daniel Hand. Gray. St. Bernard's does a great job.
Great job.
Once the dribble gets picked up, they attack. There's Favre, spin. That time blocked by Malls. Good outlet to Williams. 1-on-1. And we're going to get a blocking foul on Hilmer. Williams attacked, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, it's a good call, too. Williams a little stutter step that time going back to his left, but You know, Casey, but about a 3-minute stretch here, I think Malls has paid big dividends for Mark Jones on the defensive end. Bodying up, disrupting Favre, blocking some shots, getting some rebounds. That's what it's all about.
Well, it's funny because the other night when I talked to Mark Jones before the Bassett game, and I said, how much do you know about him? And he said, reputation only. I haven't seen any film. They didn't really have much. He talked to a couple people. When I asked him tonight about Hand, he goes, I know everything about him because they've played the ECC teams. They've played Waterford in past years. And he goes, I said, how about the big guy? He goes, we know everything we need to know about him. We know how good he is.
Yep.
But I think he felt comfortable with knowing he had
what he got.
Malls.
He's got some,
he had that extra piece.
Got some pieces.
Up to a 10-point lead, biggest lead of the game for the Saints.
And into a zone by St. Bernard's. Out of that man.
Good little time eater. There's hands by Gray.
He's tough. He's a problem.
He'll
figure it out. He'll figure it out.
Hilmer for 3, no good. Malls, strong rebound, and we're going to get a foul on Jeremiah. And Odin Malls is playing big minutes for the Saints.
Big boy basketball, too. Huge.
Foul on Jeremiah, so the Saints will have the ball with a 10-point lead. Gray gets a screen. Dangerous pass to Semillian. That was just an out of sync exchange that time between Gray and Semillian.
Semillian gave him a look too. Where's that going?
I'm a good athlete, but I can't get that one. There's Jeremiah for 3, and that's nothing but true for Hudson Jeremiah.
Good look. The rise up, the knockdown. Well-needed basket there by Hand.
Big basket for Hand, getting back within single digits.
Yep. Bucket stop. That's the way it goes.
Semillian kicks out. Williams open for 3. Back, a little strong. Rebound Hudson.
Good look by Williams, too.
Yeah. Jeremiah, corner, open look, Hilmer. Back-to-back threes have gotten Hand right back in it. It's a 4-point game. Gray kicks to Semillian. Back up top, Williams, little weave. Now,
and cranking things up on the defensive end too. Good ball pressure.
And we're going to get an offensive foul against Amari Marshall, and that's a good call.
Yeah, Mark should probably think about calling a timeout here. Oh, you're trying to call a timeout on the offensive set.
So they're going to get the foul call.
So Mark said he tried to call a timeout and he never got it.
He was calling timeout the whole time. The officials are saying, I can't hear you. What am I going to tell you? And Mark Jones is not happy about that. Not about as bad a situation as he can get. He doesn't get the timeout, and he gets a second foul on Marshall and a turnover.
Mark's frustrated.
And that's a good timeout now. He's going to try to settle things down. He was, imploring the scorer's table. Did you hear me yelling? Unfortunately, they're not the ones that call the timeouts. So.
Yeah, he's ticked off.
And I can say this: it's loud. I understand if the officials can't. You almost have to get in their sight line somehow and put the hands up.
Or get into a kid or something, right?
No, Mark does not. Mark does not have an animated voice either, right? So, not like if I was trying to call a timeout, they'd hear me.
Well, 25-21, back-to-back threes, and Hand is right back in this game. We talked about all their defense up front and, and the hard work that got them that 10-point lead, and just like that, a couple of triples on the outside, and Hand's got something cooking.
Now, Mark Jones got to be a little careful, though. He's pleading his case right now with
You think so, or do you think
Johnson.
he's trying to just kind of lay his groundwork?
Well, I mean, he's
laying his work?
He's doing as good a job as you can of pushing the line, but it seems like the referee Johnson is entertaining it a little bit, but he's saying I'm sorry I didn't hear you. But I don't know what you say to that. I'm sorry I didn't hear you. But at this point, he's going to have to let it go and coach his team. It's over.
Yeah, it cost his team a possession, but and a foul.
But he's got to let it go because you can't get. Not only can you not get a tee, you can't linger on that.
Right.
It's on now. Game's on.
Right.
We'll see if they stay in that zone. They got burned on back-to-back possessions in the zone. Looks like they're back to man. Dump down. Weak side steal by Semillian. Good weak side help. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler pump fakes. Back to good job, Gray. Kick. Dangerous and a turnover. And the Saints have got to protect the basketball.
That's a couple of bad passes by Gray, too. Settle down. Get things organized.
There's an open look. Hilmer, he's a shooter. No good. Marshall with the rebound. Up ahead, Williams. Kick. Gray, open three is going to be long. Tipped out of bounds. I think that's going to be a hand basketball, and it is. Right now, the Saints are a little out of sync.
Yeah, offensively. Just settle things down a little bit. Relax. Play the game. Everybody's pressing.
All right. Jeremiah now. Here's a good look. Hudson Jeremiah. Splash in the Hudson.
Yeah, 9 straight points, all via the three-point line for Hand to cut this lead down to 1.
And they're too talented, playing too good a schedule to let this one slip away. Turnover. Too good a schedule, this Hand team. Too battle-tested, too good. Drive, hang, layup is good from Adams. And unbelievable, the Saints up 10 a moment ago with the ball, down 1.
11-0 run.
And you know what? Daniel Hand taking a page from the Saints book, turning up the defensive pressure. They're starting to get a little more physical.
Okay, double and everything on the sidelines.
Wheeler, up top it goes Williams. Semillian pulls up. No good. Rebound Jeremiah.
St. Bernard's not making shots. Hand making shots.
They got to get back to the basket. They're taking all these threes again. They got to get back to the basket. Dump down. Favre. Kick. Backdoor cut. Beautifully done. Blocked by Marshall. Favre spins. Wheeler tries to give him some help.
Almost a 5 count there.
And a steal by Semillian. Marshall comes up with it. Marshall showing some dribbling moves. And the Saints have a chance here. Last shot if they want it. Spin, Gray, pull up, no good. Rebound, Hand. And Hand will have the last possession, up 1. Jeremiah spins, no good. And we are at halftime. What a first half. 26-25. Hand with an 11-0 run to end the half. Gets them up 1 as we head into halftime. Sports Doctor.
Coach, you guys went on an 11-0 run, taking 1 point into the locker room. What was the message defensively to keep them away from the rim?
Well, I mean, we weren't getting down in the stance. We weren't stopping dribble penetration. They have quick guards, but we weren't doing a good job, and we were just full body helping, leaving shooters on the perimeter, and they're going to make you pay for that. So we got to do a better job of that.
Now, what do you talk about in the locker room to close this thing out?
Execution and discipline. That's what's gotten us here. It's what's going to win us the game if we do it.
All right, good luck, Coach. Casey.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. We're at halftime, 1 point lead for Daniel Hand. We've got a St. Bernard's alumni and a St. Bernard's parent coming up with halftime. So join us. Come on back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
All that's good begins with a smile, and your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing the personalized, gentle care you deserve. Commitment to our patients includes information that leads to more informed decisions about their oral health needs. We hope you'll find this website both useful and interesting. Contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com. The Day is committed to giving our readers the best in sports coverage. Our staff dedicates itself to the in-depth stories, photos, columns, and video content our readers know and trust. Subscribe today to receive full access to all our coverage. theday.com/subscribe.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/membership.
1 point halftime lead. The sports doctor. It's good time to be a Saint.
Well, he's one of our game day favorites, Hunter Belarjan, and wearing the St. Bernard's colors with pride. Always. Playing college basketball right down the road at Mitchell College. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just living life, trying to get after it. Graduating soon, and hoping to get my teacher certification. So just trying to get my life started and hoping we can get a win here.
Yeah. Well, go back to 3 years ago. You played for Coach Jones for 4 years. First of all, what was it like?
I mean, I came over here as a junior and just looking for an opportunity to play. Mark brings all the energy, he brings all the passion, and he's a great guy. I think I'm blessed to have him in my life. That's always going to be family. I'm just proud of what they're doing right now, and I'm hoping we can get a win and get to the Sun.
Now, you had some good teammates you played with, too. You're one of the ECC Division II titlers. Does it ever get better than your high school playing days? I know you're playing at Mitchell now, but talk about those days and how special they are playing high school basketball.
Yeah, I mean, when you're back in high school, you don't think about how much you miss it. But the environment at St. Bernard's, I'm always going to have a love for that. Max, JoJo, DeAndre, Connor, those are some of my best friends for life. I'm just proud to be a Saint.
Right, and you know what? You're playing basketball now at Mitchell. You and I talked about that a little bit off the record, and you guys were in the NCAA tournament this year and played against some good basketball competition. Yeah. I mean, it's a different ball game. It's tough.
Oh, it is. I mean, we went up to Virginia and played the #1 seed in the tournament, and it's just a different environment. I mean, they brought it. We didn't get the win, which we always wish we could, but I'm just proud of what we did this year as a team. And getting to leave with a conference championship, there's nothing like it. So.
All right, so your basketball journey continues from St. Bernard's and to Mitchell and maybe even beyond that too. So watching this first half, what do you think that St. Bernard's has got to do a little bit better to tighten things up and win this game?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think they can't settle. I think their bread and butter is getting to the rim and driving kicks and not getting out-hustled. And I think towards the end of this half, we got out-hustled. So I think going into this second half, we got to just preach that energy and effort. Right. And just getting after it.
Hunter's one of my guys. Say hi to your mom and dad for you. Well. And a guy that never settles is back with Casey O'Neill. Casey, take it away.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. Now, I got to say, I have the fortunate opportunity to talk to a kid that I watched, and I call him a kid. I don't know how much more you get called that, but someone I saw shooting free throws on Christmas morning when he was about 9 years old, and now he's a father watching his namesake play. I got the great Tyson Wheeler. I'm not used to seeing you in red, but what's it like? You've played basketball at the highest levels, professionally. You've coached at the highest levels. What's it like being a dad, watching your kid play here at St. Bernard's?
It's a great opportunity, to see my son play. I'm happy for him. He's out there trying to do his best to run his team and get to the championship like I did when I was a senior.
Now, you are no stranger to what it takes to win a state championship. What do you see in this St. Bernard's team that makes you feel like they can win a state championship?
I think they do a good job of sharing the ball, but times they don't, and that's when they get in trouble. Like when they're sharing the ball and they're moving it and playing together, they do a very good job. And then when they're pressuring the ball defensively, they give teams trouble. When they allow guys to drive by them like they've been the last few minutes here, allow guys to drive by them and driving kicks, that really hurts them, and that's why they're down right now. But in the first few minutes of the game, first quarter and part of the second quarter, they were doing that. They were making it tough for Hand, making them make bad passes and also miss bad shots because they were playing hard defensively.
So now you're a coach.
Yep.
How hard is it to sit in the stands and keep your mouth shut while your kid's playing? Not because of anything that Mark Jones is doing, just because it's your nature to coach these kids. Can you handle that?
Yeah, definitely. Being an assistant coach, I have to do that every game, but I get to sit and when the guys come out of the game, I can talk to them and coach them. But now I'm a parent. I'm going to let him do what he does and let Mark Jones coach the team. He does a great job with these guys. They are still a young team, and they're still learning. So they're going to make mistakes, and hopefully they learn from them.
More nerve-wracking, You being at the line with the game on the line, or Tyson going to the line the other night?
It was about the same. It was about the same. I'm glad he made the foul shot, that he came out with a big steal at the end. So he has to continue to do that. His team has to continue to play defense if they want to win.
You were a part of, a great era of basketball at New London High School, and I all apologies to Chris Dunn, whom I love. You will remain the best basketball player I ever watched play, and I will say that forever. In those moments, New London was the place to be. Yep. The other night at St. Bernard's was one of the best basketball environments I've been a part of. Talk a little bit about the environment you played in and what you saw the other night from the Saints.
It was pretty much the same. It's funny because it's kind of ironic. My first high school game as a freshman playing varsity, I played against Bassett of Bridgeport, and I had 2 points, and I can still remember my dad jumping out of his seat because I made a shot against a 6'10" guy. So it was exciting. We lost to Bassett my freshman year, and these guys pulled it out. Again, they got up, they turned the ball over, but they managed to find a way to win.
Now, you won a state championship that you had no business winning.
Yep.
You beat Kansas in the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
When you look back at your great basketball moments, because the sports doctor just said there's nothing like high school.
Right.
What was the difference in the moments you had in high school versus those moments you had at URI?
Well, I grew up in New London, and I played with my friends that I grew up with. So it was a special time for us to, go through the struggle as a freshman, sophomore, and junior year to try to get to the state tournament and finally accomplish that. Not a lot of people can say they won a state championship in high school. Being a national championship in college is very difficult. We had a chance to do that, but we didn't accomplish it. But it was the same type of friendship and brotherhood from high school to college. So I would say it's pretty similar, but, growing up with these guys from elementary school to middle school to high school is a very special thing.
What advice do you give Tyson about handling all of this? And listen, I know a little bit about being the son of someone who's got a prominent name.
Yep.
Right, wrong, or indifferent, he's got your name, which means there's expectations and things on him. What kind of advice do you give him about being Tyson Wheeler?
Well, I just want him to go out there and play the way he should be playing. There hasn't been a lot of players that come out of southeastern Connecticut that have been as good as I was. So I wouldn't expect my son to be just as good as I was. And it's a hard thing to do. You got to put the work in. But there's a lot of possibilities for kids around here to make it to the next level if they just put that work in. But I make sure that he doesn't feel the pressure. He's his own player. He has his own style of play. So, I know it's tough having my name, but I think he's doing a really good job. It was funny, I was talking to Mike DeMoro the other day about who was better, me and him in high school, and then I threw one of my junior year tapes in, and I was shooting the ball, missing just like my son was. I was missing layups just like my son was. So I think people remember me from college.
I don't. I remember you when you were shooting free throws on Christmas morning, and I was like, I can't. And I remember you coming to Toby Mayfield saying, "Can I play with you?" I said, "No."
Yeah.
Made you think you weren't good enough. Listen, the only person that thinks young Tyson and you are in the same breath as his mom, she thinks he's a better player than you are.
Exactly.
So we'll let her have her moment.
Well, of course.
The great Tyson Wheeler, second half action coming your way.
All right.
Let's see if Tyson can bring St. Bernard's to a championship game at the Mohegan Sun. All right, so I'm going to talk to the second best shooter that I've had on the microphone with me tonight, the sports doctor.
So, he's pretty good,
first possession. Oh, it was great. Great interview with Belarjan and Tyson. Now backdoor cut, and we're going to get a travel or a tie ball or get a foul. We're going to get a foul call against Devin Williams on a backdoor cut by Jeremiah, so he'll go to the line. And
that was travel or a jump ball there. That looked like the outside ref thought about calling a jump ball. He looked, I don't know, I thought it was travel.
And now they're saying it's not a shooting foul either. They're saying it was on the floor. So I think that's the compromise. So listen, you talked to Walker.
Yeah.
About the St. Bernard Saints. I talked to Tyson Wheeler. They both said the same thing. Saints got to get back to getting to the basket and playing good fundamental defense, which they stopped doing there for a little while in the second period. And we're going to get a foul on the ground floor, and we're going to get a reach in on Simillian.
It's his second, I do believe.
Fouls number 1, Cedric Simillian, his second, team second.
I'll be curious how long Mark Jones goes before he goes back to Odin Malls. I thought he gave him really good minutes against Favre in the first half. Dump down now. Another one. Take advantage of the size advantage on Gray. That's Adams.
Good help defense. 3 seconds all day long. 3.
Jeremiah spins layup, and Mark Jones is hot.
Yeah, I'd be too if I was Mark. It was 5 seconds or 3 seconds. There's something there.
Wheeler, kick behind Marshall. Good idea, bad execution. Hand the other way. Wide open look for 3. Got it.
Oh, this is danger zone now. This is a 16-0 run.
And Hand's fired up. Mark Jones wants a timeout. His team's down 6, and it's simple. Hand has not missed a three-pointer,
Right.
and the Saints haven't made one.
Think about this. This is a 16-0 run by Hand. It was 25-15. Crazy.
Speaking of made threes, Sports Doctor, Travis Mangual at the buzzer sends the Whippets of Wyndham to the championship game, 53-50
Nice.
over Windsor Locks. At the end of one, Kennedy and Colby were in a one-point game, but we saw Mangual in the ECC championship game. We know he's a player, and he's sending the Whippets in Division V to the championship game.
Kobe up 30-25 over Kennedy. Talk about not missing from the three-point line right now. Hand, a little drive, the kick, the rise up, nothing but net from Adams.
Yeah, that's 5 threes they've made in order to get this run.
Yeah.
And St. Bernard's just not getting to the basket, not making shots.
And Hand's been cranking things up on a defensive end, too. St. Bernard's got to take care of the basketball. Don't let this game get away from you.
And they're stepping out away to pick up Gray's dribble.
That's probably what they talked about in the timeout, and Gray went right back into the trap.
To the basket, drawing the foul is Jeremiah. And right now, the Saints are, you're absolutely right. And here's where, by the way, the fatigue emotionally and physically from the other night starts to set in. Down 6, this can get away from them in a hurry. And on the reverse of it, this is where Hand's schedule helps them.
Yeah.
You play Notre Dame a couple times. You play Wilbur-Cross.
Prep.
You play prep. And you know that getting down 6, getting down 10 isn't the end of the world. They learned how to come back. And right now, they look like a team that's in control. Hard to believe, down 10 a minute ago, they look like they're in control of this game.
18-0 run.
That's crazy. I don't know the last time I've seen that against a team as good as the Saints. And they're cutting off the dribble penetration of the Saints, doing a great job. Wheeler, Gray, there's a good look 3. In, out, and back in.
Got it. They had to have that.
They needed that one. Amir Gray knocking down the 3.
Some pressure.
Kick. Favre drives to the basket, hangs, makes a layup. That's a little too easy, and Gray's limping up the court. I think he got stepped on. And that is the one person they cannot afford to have off the floor.
I think Gray, you're right, he gets stepped on.
So Malls will go into the ball game. 7-point Hand lead with the basketball. They'll work on Amir Gray. Saints ball, down 7, need a basket here. Hand's done such a great job turning it up. Wheeler's with the run on the point. Gets a screen from Malls now as Williams. Drives, hangs. Malls. Basket is good and the foul. Odin Malls has played tough basketball tonight, and he'll shoot one.
They had a little pick and pop that time with Williams, and Malls going to finish it himself. Gets to the line. He's brought his lunch pail tonight. Odin Malls, big-time minutes for Coach Mark Jones.
Can't knock down the free throw, but they got it to 5, and they're going to be working on, looks like Amir Gray's ankle. There's an open 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Semillian. And that's a necessary stop. Now the Saints going to chip back away.
That ball moving, Tyson. Too much dribbling. Make yourself available if you're Williams.
Drive and kick. Semillian, a good job staying away from the trap areas.
Good help defense, too, by Hand.
Wheeler wants the screen from Malls. Pull up, long 3. Got it! Tice! So nice!
9 for Wheeler, Casey. Big time 3 at a big time spot.
Jeremiah pulls up, baseline, and gets the friendly bounce.
Shooter's touch there, huh?
The Saints are going, hey, this is an ECC gym. You're not supposed to get that. Not supposed to get that bounce.
Jeremiah Hudson with 10 in double figures for the Tigers.
Yeah, great defense. There goes Marshall. Kick. Tipped out of bounds. That's a good result for the Saints. They can resettle things.
Re-entry for the Tigers, number 23, Kyle Hoffman.
It's definitely difficult with Gray out of the game. He is their primary ball handler, and if he goes back in the game, which he's going to try to, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to have that same, step. And Semillian with the walk. Good call.
Jump step.
Hand is double teaming help defense-wise every time they start the dribble drive. So you got to know there's a kick, right? Colin O'Leary's going to come in the ball game and give Semillian a break. But as soon as that help comes over, you see the help, that means someone's open, someone's available. Hand up 4. Favre, kick to Jeremiah in the corner, goes baseline, hangs, blocked.
Nice job by Malls, huh?
Wheeler, little fancy stutter step. Back up top, that's a good choice. Williams, and tipped away, up ahead it goes, showtime! And the layup is good on the foul by Hudson Jeremiah. He was going to throw it down, but Malls bumped him, and instead he lays it in, and just like that, it's back to a 6-point lead for Hand.
And again, turnovers by the Saints leading to easy scoring opportunities for the Tigers.
Jeremiah knocks down the free throw. Back to a 7-point game.
I just looked at Gray, give me a little thumbs up. Let's see how it happens.
Adrenaline tape.
Yeah. Here comes that double team.
Good recognition.
You got to go get it.
Wheeler picks his dribble up.
It's tough.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job. Finds an open three-pointer, no good from O'Leary. Up ahead now. O'Leary steps in, but he slips. Ball's on the floor, no call. There's Favre. Favre for 3, no good. Hustle rebound, hanging in the air, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. Right now, the Saints playing like they're a little tired and a step slow.
And hurt.
They're going to have to pick it up.
I don't understand why Semillian's on the bench. If he's not hurt, get him in the game.
Morgan Veth back into the ball game.
He's not in foul trouble. He's only got 2 fouls, right?
Yep, that's right. You'll give Hudson Jeremiah.
I mean, let him rest after the season's over. Yeah, there's not many scoring options outside of maybe Wheeler, who needs to square up on his own shot. I don't know.
Nothing available. Up top it goes to Chase Jeremiah. Hangs, turn, knocks it down. Kid's a very polished freshman.
Yeah, I just don't like this buying minutes with Semillian on the bench unless he's hurt, unless I don't know about something here. This is a chance to go to the state tournament.
Wheeler, pocket pick. Jeremiah off to the races. And the lead back up again. Now it's to 11.
We're going to get 12 for Chase, and Mark Jones is going to get a timeout here too.
And a backcourt, and everything coming apart right now for the Saints. Semillian will check back in the game, but Gray's not ready to go yet. It's an 11-point lead for Daniel Hand, and I have a feeling they're going to be good at managing this lead. Timeout, St. Bernard's.
If you're in a position where you're lacking points, if maybe Brassaw can give you something off the bench, go a little bit smaller, take Malls out, you get an extra ball handler in there. But right now, with Gray hurt, it's going to be very, very tough for St. Bernard's to come back into this game.
Yeah, they're a different team with Gray out of the game because he's When the ball's in Wheeler's hands, he's not as good off the dribble as Gray is, and it takes him away from being the spot-up shooter, which he's better at. Let's take a look at the injury to Gray. Comes back on defense, steps in.
That was a non-contact injury.
He got turned around, tried to cross back over and twisted the ankle.
And they're a different team with him on the floor, huh?
$11 points. The deficit right now. Gray is taped up. He's on the bench. We'll see if he gets back into it. Semillion's back into the ball game.
I don't know why he'd be out. I just resting your players. Hands on a little 9-5 run since Gray got hurt.
Turnover. Marshall ahead to Semillion. Hangs. Left-hand basket is good. And the foul. Scintillating. Cedric Semillion.
St. Bernard's going to need a lot more of that to get back into this game. A stop, a hoop, three-point opportunity possibly for Semillion.
That's the first team foul on Daniel Hand in this quarter. In and out on the free throw, rebound Favre.
Not one of your all-time favorite football players, by the way.
Not a fan.
Okay. On the record with that, aren't you?
Jeremiah all the way, kicks. Now Adams drives. Good ball movement from Hand. Wild shot from Hoffman. And he got it to go.
And Marshall's got to go help him out. Just great recovery defense right now for a Hand. They can smell it.
Wheeler gets a screen from Malls. Great look to Semillion underneath. That's Tyson Wheeler at his best.
And turnover, yeah.
Turnover by Williams getting in the mix. Saints got a little life, down 9. And quickly, Hudson Jeremiah back into the ballgame. Wheeler will inbound underneath. Now Semillion drives, left hand, pulls the dribble up. Has Malls, but good defense by Hand. Semillion for 3. No good.
Tired shot there by Semillion.
There goes Jeremiah. Knocked out of bounds by Williams. It'll stay with Hand. Jeremiah away from the basket. Working on Semillion. Picks the dribble up. Finds the cutter, Hoffman, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. That foul's on Amari Marshall. That's going to be his 3rd.
Foul's number 24, Amari Marshall, his 3rd, team 6th.
So Kyle Hoffman, the sophomore, will go to the line. He'll shoot a pair. Good free throw shooting team, the Hand Tigers. Adams out of the game. Rockler back into the game. And that one's good. And mark it down with 52 seconds remaining in the period. Down 11. Amir Gray checks back into the ballgame. Saints hung around.
Yep, outscored 13-9 without him in there.
Gray kicks to Semillion. Open look. Williams for 3. Back, no. Marshall, though, with a strong rebound. That's a good look. Gray back in the ball game. And, oh, that ball was all the way down. It came out. What a bad break. But a steal. Williams 2-on-1 with Semillion. Blocked. But Wheeler finds Semillion.
Under double digits now. Get a stop here. Go into the fourth quarter with a little bit of an emotional ride with your freshman back in the game. Coach Jones calling for a stop.
Jeremiah, long three, got it! A dagger to the Saints as the third period comes to an end. Hudson Jeremiah buries a long three. Fourth quarter action coming up. Can the Saints come back? You're watching Game Day Live on theday.com.
All that's good begins with a smile, and your smile is our top priority. Our entire team is dedicated to providing the personalized, gentle care you deserve. Commitment to our patients includes information that leads to more informed decisions about their oral health needs. We hope you'll find this website both useful and interesting. Contact us today at waterforddentalhealth.com. The Day is committed to giving our readers the best in sports coverage. Our staff dedicates itself to the in-depth stories, photos, columns, and video content our readers know and trust. Subscribe today to receive full access to all our coverage. theday.com/subscribe.
Well, Casey, 16 points on the night. Last shot, Jeremiah from the parking lot. Yeah, he's had a big-time game, and we talked about that momentum heading into the fourth quarter. We thought we were going to get it with the oop by St. Bernard's. You know, Gray coming back into the game, and I think Daniel Hand's going to be very, very difficult to beat with 8 minutes to go, down by 12 for St. Bernard's.
Yeah, you know, Daniel Hand is a different kind of team. They are a very polished group. You know, Hand's a polished group, a battle-tested group in the best, you know, games, one of the best conferences,
right.
Out-of-conference schedules you're going to see.
They're also going to live the fourth quarter on the free throw line because St. Bernard's has 16 fouls.
Gray drives, and we're going to get a touch foul. Hilmer away from the basket on Gray. Well, there's no such thing as a 12-point shot.
Oh.
Right? So you gotta chip away.
Chip away.
Basket stop. Basket stop. You know, quarter's an eternity. But you can't waste possessions either with bad passes or bad shots. Gray hangs and kicks to Williams. Drive, floater, no good. And look at Favre go and get the rebound. They're harassing Favre.
10. Gonna get a 10. 10.
Williams, weak side, reaches, comes back from Marshall, and finishes. The steal from Williams, tipping it to Marshall, right back to him. Down to 10.
Pressure by the Saints, selling out.
And a timeout from Jimmy Economopoulos because that is danger area, and he saw that trap coming.
Maybe we got a little juice in the gym. You never know. 10-point game, 7:09 left to go. St. Bernard's is going to be selling out on the defensive end with the pressure.
I'm going to give
wants to talk it over a little bit.
I'm going to give you a statement. You tell me what you think. There's 7 minutes left. With 3 minutes left in the game, is it 4 or 14?
With 3 minutes left? 4.
That's what if you're the Saints.
Yeah, that's
your best case scenario. You know.
Hey, you see the turnover. Marshall heads up. Williams on a delivery that time, and that led into the trap by St. Bernard's. There he is, juice in the house, huh?
Look at you. You step down, you grow the hair out, you get a little scruff on the beard, and he's not in a suit.
No, he's not.
Come on, I got to tell him, you got to wear a suit to these things. You got an image to protect. Yeah, if the Saints can get this thing to 5 or 4 with 3 minutes left, that's a big deal. But I think you got as much of an opportunity for it to be 14. Marshall's got to be careful not to pick up his fourth, and he just did.
That's cheap foul, too. 45 feet from the basket and puts the hand to the line for a 1-on-1.
So Favre will go to the line to shoot the 1-on-1, but more importantly, Marshall's got his fourth foul. So I don't know if they're going to.
You leave him in?
I think they're going to put Malls in now. Yeah. But this is where it becomes 14. You got to just go back to Marshall and ride it out.
Re-entry for the Saints, number 30, Owen Miles.
Got a box out here on the 1-and-1. Coach Jones is imploring his group. Favre will get another. St. Bernard's is going to pressure off of a make every time.
Yep.
That's going to result in a lot of free throws for Daniel Hand.
Gotta go. Gotta have a sense of urgency on the offensive end if you're St. Bernard's.
Open three for Williams. Back iron, too strong. And a rebound, Jeremiah. And this is where I talked about it getting a little out of hand. And there's a turnover. It's just what the Saints needed. Jeremiah doesn't get it.
Looking for the call. Looking for the bump by Semillian.
Gray needs to get that inbounds in. Williams, Wheeler from the parking lot, no good, tipped Semillian, but that is a long jack from Wheeler. Jeremiah, pump fake Favre, basket is good, and the foul. And Daniel Hand can sense this game is slipping away, 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 and the Tigers are thirsty.
Fouls number 3, Devin Williams, his third, team's 8.
Bit of a desperation three by Wheeler. Leads to the run out and the three-point opportunity here for Hand.
Short. Wheeler gives it up to Gray. Gray hangs, kicks, good ball movement. But Jeremiah with the long arm steps in. Spin, and he kicks. Look at Hand wisely pull it out. Now Favre for three. And the shooter's touch for Favre.
Everything going in now. 15 for Favre. Just like that, the 9-point lead goes up to 17.
So what I said with 3 minutes left, is it
14
or 24?
Yeah. 24,
I mean, right now is, danger time for St. Bernard's. They have an uphill battle. This is a very good Hand team. And I'll tell you, down 10, they didn't skip a beat.
Did not waver. They did not skip a beat. They hit a couple three-point shots, Casey, and they found their rhythm. And I think going in the locker room, they actually felt really good about themselves. St. Bernard's had to work to that 10-point lead. Went in the locker room down by 1.
No.
Here's how you know it's your night. Ball hits every part of the rim, and Favre knocks it down.
I'm going to say something to you that I don't think I would have thought possible. St. Bernard's has been outscored by 27 points.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I don't care who you're playing. 27. They've been since that 10-point lead.
Yeah.
They've been outscored by 27 points.
16 to 30. Yeah.
And that's just that's a good basketball team, and I think that the Saints are running into a little bit of bad luck. The shot's going down for Hand, as well as a little fatigue off of that win over Bassick. Three-pointer, Wheeler knocks it down.
12 for Tyson.
Dangerous pass.
Travel.
Good travel. There's your turnover. Here's what I'm going to say. 2 juniors, 3 freshmen, right? This is a great test of their character as freshmen. Listen, everyone knows how bright the future is for St. Bernard's in the coming years. This is a great test. How do you finish this game with adversity? Gray, Wheeler with a second look. Back-to-back threes for Wheeler.
Got some life. Down to 11.
Turnover the other way. Up ahead it goes to Williams. Wheeler's feeling it, but now there's an open look for Gray. You got to get it back. Williams, baseline, floats, basket. Oh, an offensive foul. Oh, he's heartbroken. They thought they had cut into the lead. They thought they would have had it in single digits. Instead, offensive foul for Devin Williams. Great defense, Hand standing on the ground and taking the charge.
Got a little life in the gym right now. 5:17 left to go. Don't start the cars just yet.
Now, they would have had it single digits, and it would have been interesting. Instead,
Almost
Coming
a
the other
travel.
direction. We're going to get a travel away from there. It is.
Yeah. Definitely walk. I don't know why that trail official's not calling it. The guy down at the baseline called it. He couldn't call it.
That charge against Williams.
I'm getting charged up.
Tough call. But here comes St. Bernard's hand. You're going to get back into that base defense. Screen, Wheeler. Gray pulls up, blocked by Jeremiah. Up ahead to the other Jeremiah. Brothers Jeremiah get hand back up 13.
Oh, double technical foul, a double foul.
Jeremiah and Brassoff.
Coach has got to be careful over there.
Let the officials sort this out. Double tech.
Double foul.
Jeremiah and
30 and 20.
Brassoff.
Yep. St. Bernard's basketball. Yep, hands in the double bonus here from here on out. 10 fouls for St. Bernard's. Refs trying to keep this thing under control, make it a little chippy out there.
Similian will inbound, finds Wheeler. Swing. Similian drives, floater, no good. Look at that strong rebound.
Big
Jeremiah.
time move by Similian there. Just couldn't finish.
Jeremiah to Jeremiah. And now Favre. Kick out. Good ball movement. We're going to get a foul on Jeremiah. Away up
Gray.
at the top of the key. Gray will get the foul, and Jeremiah will go to the line to shoot two.
You talked about it. How are the juniors and the freshmen going to react? Well, they're not packing it in. They're selling out on a defensive end. They're doing everything they possibly can. Williams going to the rack, get called for a charge, but there's no quit in them.
It's crazy to say it though. For all the hubbub about all this energy the Saints have exerted, they're still down 13. They haven't really made much of a crack in it yet. Missed by Jeremiah on the first of his two.
Hubbub.
Knocked second one down.
19 for Jeremiah to lead the way for the Tigers.
Similian spins, turns it over. Up ahead, Jeremiah steps into a two. No good. Rebound on the floor, and Wheeler comes down with it. Kick, Similian for three. Back iron strong, and the rebound. Chase Jeremiah.
St. Bernard's can't knock down a shot, and it'll be 2 free throws from the rest of the way for a hand. 3:47 left to go in the game. Danger zone time, gut check time. Just don't quit if you're the Saints. Keep chipping. And I guess, you talked about it too. Hand with that schedule, battle tested. Down 10 on the road. They go on a little 11-0 run to take the lead going to the locker room. And they never really look back. It's, when you're a coach and you got a good team, you're all right. I don't think the coach ever wavered when they were down 10.
It's coming out of the locker room and scoring the first 7 points in the second half, though. Because it's great that you got it's great that you rallied to get that lead to 1. But you come out, that's still anybody's game. You come out and score the first 7 points in the second half.
Yep.
Marshall back into the ball game, 15-point lead for Hand. We'll try to get an update on the Kennedy Colby score. The winner of this game will play them at Mohegan Sun. Wheeler, long pull-up three, and he'll go to the line and shoot all of them. Foul on Hand will be on Hilmer. Wheeler will shoot three.
Tyson White, Wheeler at the line, shooting three.
First one short, tired legs.
Yeah. Yep. Colby up by 10, late in the third quarter.
They were down early
the
in that
semifinal,
game.
yeah.
Of course, they're going to play the winner of this one, which right now Daniel Hand looking very good to get there. And a Hand-Colby matchup would be a fabulous final. One more for Wheeler. Got that one. Press set up by the Saints. There's a steal. Marshall, and two's hard for Similian.
You know, Marshall's just not the guy you want handling the basketball on the offensive end. Settle down out there. Go get it. If you're a guard, go get it. Get things organized.
Jeremiah calmly brings it up. Adams picks up, back to Jeremiah. All the way to the basket. Chase Jeremiah took advantage of the over pursuit, got to the rim. Williams, three, no good. Tip in is good from Similian.
Yeah, St. Bernard's hot early, Casey, for the three-point line. Ice cold now.
Jeremiah tight ropes the baseline, the sideline. Wheeler got away with it on Jeremiah, and instead Jeremiah's going to foul him.
I will ask you this. Compare Hand to some of the other teams now we've seen in the league, whether it been NFA, whether it been, Waterford, whether it been East Lyme, caught above?
Of this year's group?
Yeah.
Hand would be the best team in the league.
Yep.
But it's not. It would their games with St. Bernard's and NFA.
Right, would be tight.
Would have been very good.
Yeah.
And this St. Bernard's team is certainly not, not overmatched. Williams, left-handed scoop is good.
No, they're not overmatched. They're a little tired too. I can tell you that.
I think other teams in the conference would have been very competitive. East Lyme, New London, those teams, Ledyard, they would have been competitive against Hand. But I think Hand would be, a very good team in this league, and that just like they are in theirs. Wheeler, step back three is going to be short. He's tired. Good hustle rebound. Now Gray for three. That's going to be off and tipped. And a weak side foul is going to be on Marshall. That'll be 5.
He's going to be done.
They're tired.
Yep.
They left a lot out on the floor in the semifinal game against Bassick, and Daniel Hand is not a team that you can mess around with. They are dangerous, they are well coached, they are efficient, and they are 2 minutes away from the Mohegan Sun. As Amari Marshall fouls out of the ball game, he should look back on his freshman year at St. Bernard's with a lot of pride. He's got a lot of good basketball left in his tank.
Re-entering for the Saints, number 20, Corbin Brasol.
Saints are going to go
comes
small.
back in,
They're going to go small, try to get some turnovers. And at the free throw line for the Tigers will be Tyler Farth.
With looking like St. Bernard's will lose this game, how would you rate the success of the ECC in the state tournament? About what we expected? We didn't really expect a team to get to the Mohegan Sun, did we? Maybe this team.
We thought
we got Wyndham in there.
We thought a team in Division 5 had the best
Right, we
chance,
got Wyndham in there, yeah.
Wyndham got there.
Right.
I think a semifinal here in a competitive game from the Saints is about what we expected from them.
And NFA.
A buzzer beater heartbreaker, or else they're in the semifinals.
5-point lead with 26 seconds left to go.
I mean, I think New London, but here's the other thing. East Lyme, New London, and St. Bernard's are all going to say the same thing, which is, we have to play Hand. So Hand took out 2 of the ECC teams early. But I think if you're looking at overachieving, underachieving, I don't think any team in the ECC underachieved, nor did any overachieve. I think they all were right where they were. Wyndham deserves to be in that final. I think they should win the state championship.
Yeah. You know what? I will tell you this. I thought that East Lyme may have been the one team a little bit overachieved winning that tournament to Mohegan Sun.
Well, you had said it, and we had agreed that the ECC tournament championship was in many ways
The
their
state,
championship.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, they wanted
Yeah.
to go and be competitive in the
Right.
state, and they
Right.
did. They won a game and went on and played hand.
I think if you asked Dave Cornish from NFA, Chop Parker, and/or Mark Jones, they all would have told you we were disappointed not to win that game in the Mohegan Sun,
Yes.
or even playing it.
Yes.
How about that?
I agree.
Or even playing it.
I would agree. Listen, a couple other things that factored in. Stonington had to play New London.
Yeah.
And Bacon Academy had to play Wyndham. So you had a couple of teams that had to play each other early on in the tournament. As Gray hangs, no good, rebound Favre, and we'll see if they're going to foul. And they do, and that'll send Favre to the line. 15-point lead with 1:30 left. We'll see when Mark Jones calls off the boys here. But going back to it, like I thought Stonington off that ECC tournament could be an interesting team for a couple games in the tournament, but they had to play New London in the second round.
Yeah.
And then New London had to play Hand. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I think they all kind of ended where they were supposed to. A semifinal loss to Hand playing, competitive basketball for St. Bernard's with 2 juniors and 3 freshmen.
Yeah, not bad.
I think that's
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty good. No doubt about it. So Wyndham and the Bacon Academy girls will be
right.
ECC's representatives in the
That is
at the
correct.
Mohegan Sun.
That is correct. One each day. Team each day. Well, actually, maybe not. Gray, baseline, pulls up, knocks it down. And a hand steal as Gray knocked it off of Jeremiah. There's an open look. Williams for 3. Got it. All right, down to 12. Foul on Brassaw.
That's a call. Brassaw's woofing about that. He tripped him. Knocked him down.
That'll send Jeremiah to the line. He'll shoot a pair. I mean, I appreciate the Saints aren't going away quietly.
Nope.
Great question to ask Coach Economopoulos would be, how much did your schedule against
no
teams
doubt.
like Notre Dame factor into your team, what your team did down 10?
21 for Hudson Jeremiah.
That's a dangerous 1-2 combination.
Yeah.
Jeremiah and Favre, when you got the freshman Jeremiah playing so big as well, makes them a very difficult team to defend. They turned up the defense as well. Gray will get a foul. He'll go to the line. I really think the key to Hand was seizing the opportunity. The Saints, up 10, had about a 5-possession time where they
turned the ball over.
And it was because Hand turned up their defense as
Yeah.
well. First one for Amir Gray is good.
Amir Gray in the line for the Saints.
One more for the freshman Gray. It's good.
Mark's have a nice team next year.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, this team.
Yeah.
Oh, nice hands. Favre will get fouled by Gray, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. The only player that is not coming back for St. Bernard's next year is Corbett Brassaw that played tonight.
Yes.
Similian and Wheeler will be seniors. Then Gray and Williams and Marshall will be juniors. Sophomores rather.
Yep.
You have Malls coming back as a senior.
Yep. Wheeler's a senior.
So they'll have 3 seniors, 3 sophomores, and the 8th grade team. 8th grade group of kids coming up. You never know where you're going to get them from at St. Bernard's. Because
Sure.
they're a Catholic school. But if you look at the area Catholic schools, there's some real good players coming in from some of the younger places. So cupboard is very full at St. Bernard's. Checking into the ball game, Eli Bourbon, one of the seniors, along with
Mark's going to wait. Looked at the clock, looked at the scores, said if we get a triple here.
Wheeler. three-pointer. He was fouled, and he'll shoot three. He is
Hear the
savvy.
coaching staff yelling, "Don't foul him! Don't foul him! Don't foul him!" And
he's savvy. He knows how to use his body on the threes. So I was told by a couple of reputable sources that there are 3 or 4 incoming freshmen who will have a chance to play as freshmen next year.
Yeah.
So they are definitely a team to watch in next year's ECC. For Daniel Hand, they will go to the Mohegan Sun, where they will take on, at this point, what appears to be Colby Cathedral.
Re-entry for the Tigers in the 21 title of college.
Gray will have a seat, as will Devin Williams. The 3 freshmen out of the game. What a great freshman year for all 3. Wheeler knocks it down. Good trip to the line for Tyson Wheeler. Now let's see if they can get a steal. And we're going to get a foul. And
timeout.
Timeout. As Hand wants to take one. And hard to believe the lead's 11.
11, yeah.
11 with 37 seconds left.
Going to go by like 37 minutes.
I'm going to the line up 11. I feel pretty good right now if I'm Hand. And we'll try to get you a final on the Colby Kennedy game to determine who in fact is going to play Hand at the Sun. Potential for some really good basketball games on the boys' side and the girls' side. I think everyone knows, Bacon Academy, girls in the finals. Sacred Heart, a team that made national headlines this year, not necessarily for a good thing, but basically for being really good.
Yeah.
On the boys' side of things, I think everyone wants to see the Klingen conundrum.
Yeah.
We'll see who else makes it from. I mean, if they get a Northwest in Bristol Central game, that'd be a huge game.
And then
Notre Dame and Windsor would be the game they'd want on the one side.
They're gonna Prep or East is going to be in that game because they're playing tonight.
Yeah, East and
Prep.
All the way on the inbounds, Hilmer lays it in. Long 3 from Wheeler is no good, and I think finally we're going to see no foul. Up ahead it goes, and layup is missed by Adams. 15 seconds remaining.
Mark wants to get a couple of the seniors in the game.
He doesn't have any. They're in the game. They're in the game. We can get Bourbon back in the game.
Bourbon, I'm sorry.
We have 15 seconds left, down 13. So, winner of Fairfield Prep and East Catholic will be in the final of Division I.
Yeah. Against Windsor, Notre Dame.
That's a
nice game.
That is going to be a great final, but that Notre Dame and Windsor in the semis is fabulous. Long 3 from Wheeler, short. Rebound, Brassoff finds Semillian. Basket is good, and that'll take us to the end of the ball game. Congratulations to Daniel Hand. 76-65 over a game St. Bernard Saints team, and the Tigers will head to the Sun, where they will play the winner of Colby and Kennedy. Congratulations to Coach Jimmy Ekonopoulos. My Greek friends are very unhappy with me right now. So we'll find out what time that game is. Colby and Kennedy doing battle, but Colby, the 1, looks like they're going to head to a championship. And then you're going to get the 1 and 3, Colby and Hand. You're going to have a great final all the way around, Division I, Division II, and Division III. Colby up 2 with 2 minutes left. That is a great ball game. So Colby and Kennedy, 2 classic programs trying to get to the Sun to take on this Daniel Hand team who's been so very good. 2 of their losses to Notre Dame. Notre Dame playing Windsor in what is going to be a fabulous semifinal. hoping to take on the Fairfield Prep East Catholic winner. Of course, in Division II, Dunham and Klingen and Bristol going to be looking to head to the final and win a state championship. They've been the #1 team in the state all year. Congratulations, a happy group of Tigers. Sports Doctor will have head coach Jimmy Ekonopoulos and the Waterford Dental Health player of the game. Sports Doctor, take it away.
All right, Coach. First of all, congratulations. You're going to the Mohegan Sun. It wasn't quite the 11-point run that took you into the locker room. You talked about execution. You came out in the third quarter and you scored the first 7. How important was that to set the tone?
Oh, it was huge. It was huge. But, it was because we were playing together. We got stops on the defensive end, and then we executed. And guys hit big shots. But we've been doing it all year, and it was a group effort. I mean, it's not just one guy with this team. We have a lot of guys that contribute, and that's what makes us tough.
When you got a good team, you don't really panic when you're down by 10 either, I'd imagine. But talk about your schedule that you play this year and how much it prepares you for a tough game like tonight.
Listen, the SEC will get us ready for any game you see in the state tournament. We played the best teams in the state, Notre Dame, Wilbur-Cross, Fairfield Prep, and that prepares for games like this. And listen, I mean, these teams that we played from the ECC, they've been tough. They got a lot of good freshmen. We got, I think, the best freshmen in the state. We got, I think, the SEC player of the year here. We got all league player. I mean, we got guys, man.
Right now, you're going to enjoy this one. Was the journey at the beginning of the season, was it to get the Mohegan Sun?
No, it's to win a state championship. Okay. It's to win a state championship. We got one more. So it's going to be a lot of fun going, but we got one more to win.
Our Waterford Dental Health player of the game tonight, Hudson Jeremiah.
Yeah, let's go,
21 points, and I think that big 3 going into the locker room from the parking lot kind of set the tone. Talk about the 3-point shooting and your ability to knock down some shots.
Well, my teammates got my back, and I knew if we executed, we would win the game. I mean, that was the game plan going into it. Just comes with hitting shots.
It's not just one player on this team. I know you had a big game tonight, but talk about the play of your teammates as well.
I mean, Ty has big games every game. We kind of feed off Ty. They double in Ty. He kicks us out for us, and we hit the shot. That's our job.
When they're dropping, it's a lot of fun, isn't it? Congratulations out there. Hey, listen, Daniel Hand going to the state finals. Fellas.
Congratulations to Daniel Hand. We got a couple finals for you. East Catholic held on 47-40 and Notre Dame 60-57. So that's going to be a fabulous final. East Catholic and Notre Dame. We've got Bristol Central and Northwest Catholic. We've got Daniel Hand, and we still wait on the winner of Colby and Kennedy. But great finals. Congratulations to the Wyndham Whippets heading to the Division V final. But tonight it was too much Hand here at the X, and it has been an unbelievable season here for game day and basketball. Sports Doctor, it's been a great run. We've had a lot of excitement. At the end, just so you know, East Catholic, Notre Dame will be in the final. Bristol Central and Northwest Catholic will be in the final.
Yeah, lights out.
You're going to have this team Hand versus either Colby or Kennedy.
Yeah.
A great set of finals on the boys' side. So if you're an ECC fan, you got Wyndham, you got Bacon Academy, 2 teams representing the ECC on the boys and the girls' side. But great effort tonight.
I thought the league in itself represented themselves very well in the state tournament. And listen, that St. Bernard's group could be back next year.
Yeah, the league's going to be good again next year. Yeah. New London's going to be good. St. Bernard's is going to be good. I think NFA will be good again. Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of talent in the league. That Wyndham team, they got everyone back, so I think there's going to be a lot to look forward to. But if you don't have anything to do this weekend, get over to the Mohegan Sun and watch a slate of girls and boys games. It's going to be a fabulous weekend there at the Sun. Can't say enough about the crew here at game day. As always, Peter Wappy leading the way.
Carlos, Eric, all the guys on camera this year.
Mikey D, and it's been a great season of basketball. Of course, we'll have stuff for you in the spring. We're looking forward to it. But, get to the Mohegan Sun if you can. Thank you all very much for being a part of game day this entire year. For the Sports Doctor, for Peter, for the entire crew. I am Casey O'Neill. It's been a pleasure. Good night, everybody.